Hello. Hello, everybody. How are we doing on this weirdly hectic Tuesday? Surprise, I'm streaming on a Tuesday, which I'm gonna blame for the reason I'm so discombobulated because I'm not used to streaming on Tuesdays, but sleepy. Yeah, I read. Sleepy day. Yeah. I have been sleepy all day. I just been sleepy all day, and it's been great, you know. It's been fine. I got some coffee today. I bought myself some coffee, and I got my coworker a little smoothie. So we tried to wake up and it was rough, you know. But surprise, streaming on a Tuesday, and we're doing some more crafting today, a different craft. And I was desperately trying to get everything set up and realized I had none of it set up because why could I ever do anything in advance? Why would I? Even if it makes total sense, why would I get anything ready ahead of time? To be fair, I didn't get home until like almost 5, and so we had to eat real quick, and me desperately trying to figure out this. But it's something, and we're gonna see how it goes. If you notice, my background looks a little different, mostly because my camera moved. Usually it's a little further over. Whatever. So it's a little empty because my Cricut is over here, because I forgot that I never ran the wires like across from here to here. So we'll see how everything goes. Ouch, just pinched myself pretty bad. And I'm gonna be a little hectic today because I've got some family stuff going on, and I'm a little out of it. So if I stop and like read my phone or something, I do apologize, because I gotta keep kind of track of that, which sucks because I'm using it as a camera as well today, you know, because I don't think anything through. Like, the universe kept telling me not to do a crafting stream today, and I was like, fuck you, universe, I'm gonna do what I want to do because it makes me happy, and I'm stressed out and I need something that's nice and calm and chill. So we're doing it anyway. And I've had this idea all day, so we're going for it. So today's going to be a combination of drawing and Cricut workspace. I'm going to draw the design first, and then I'm going to show you guys how to kind of like translate it into the Cricut. So that should be interesting, and I hope it works out. But first things first, we got to do our stream checklist. I got to get that pulled up for you guys, or well, for me rather. Although I don't have one for the crafting stream, so a lot of it's a little obsolete. But we're gonna do it anyway for, you know, clarities. Okay, so no game, no testing of game. I didn't test anything, so it's gonna be great. Am I unmuted? Yeah, I'm unmuted. Stream captions are going. Music is out and playing. Camera is, well, this one's good. This one's a little iffy. We're gonna have to see. We might have to play with that. I do have water. Proof. I got water. My headphones are connected. My background is actual trash because I ruined it further. So we're just gonna... Today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It's the most Monday Tuesday I've ever heard. Ever had before, so that's cool. It was like rainy and cloudy all day, and it's been just dreary. Not as thundery as yesterday. Yesterday was very, very thundery and loud. But today, it's just been kind of misty and like off and on rain. It was very weird. I was driving home and I kept having to turn my windshield wipers on and off, and it was like, pick one. Can you like please pick one? But I got Taco Bell today because I didn't feel like cooking with I got a lot of stuff. Didn't have time to cook either. Thank goodness I chose to do the Taco Bell route because I just didn't have time to cook, and I didn't go to the grocery store either like I was supposed to. It's been a day. So we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna try and do this. Oop, that's you guys. We're gonna mute that. I've got the drawing space up, I believe. Yeah. So you guys can see that. You guys don't need to see. You can like minimize this for you so you don't have to worry about that. All that extra gobbledygook, as it were. Fit you a little closer to screen. Okay, I don't love how that's like weirdly shifting. It's like trying to fit to screen, I think is what it's trying to do. Oh well. Redo. That'll be fine. So at least it's like dark and not super distracting. And where my face is kind of fine, I suppose. I'll also try and make this a little smaller. A little less distracting. Just a floating head. Yeah, what up? Put myself up here, I guess. So yeah, so this is a free drawing software that is called Krita. Krita? One of those. Oops, that's Cricut Space. Which we will also mess with. I'm pushing all the wrong things. I'm sorry, I'm just like flashing you guys. So this is our Krita workspace, and we do have oh, I didn't pick out a thing. Let's go with inches because I can't think in pixels right now. Not that I ever was able to, but so we're doing a decently sized design, under 12 though. I'm gonna go, let's just work with a 10 by 10 pixel space. Sure. Not pixel space, inch space. It's been a while since I've used Krita, by the way, so we'll see how it goes. And we'll see if our tablet is plugged in. This is our Wacom drawing tablet. Wacom? Wacom? Wacom. And this was given to me by my friend, and he also draws, and he just like upgraded his tablet thing or whatever, so I was given this tablet. Of course it's not on. Cool. Cool. Nothing can go great today, can it? Why even turn it on? I thought it was supposed to just like turn on. But so we're doing some drawing first to get our design going. And see where we go from here. You know what would help? It was plugged in. I was like, why isn't it working? I haven't plugged it in. Moving my office around is great. Let's go with that, sure. But I also forget to actually reset up everything. So it gets a little weird sometimes. It's just a little weird sometimes. So I think I have my actual like desktop sounds turned off so you don't have to keep hearing me plug stuff in and unplug stuff. And there we go. You know, being plugged in might help a little bit. So I am really iffy when it comes to drawing on the tablet because I'm mostly a physical paper drawer. Artiste, whatever you want to say. So drawing on the tablet has always been a little rough for me just because it doesn't translate the same and it doesn't feel like paper. I know that gets a lot of people. It doesn't feel like paper. But so I meant to bring home my reference drawing that I was doing before at work, of course, and just totally spaced on it. I had to leave in a rush. We don't need to talk about it, but so I don't have my reference that was like in my head. And by reference, I mean, this was the dumb idea I had while I was sitting at work. You know what I'm saying? So reference is being generous. My initial idea, I guess we'll just go with. So we're going to do like, yeah, 10 point, sure. And so my thought was, actually, let me show you. So I have this canvas bag, right? It's upside down, of course it is. This canvas bag, it's just a standard little tote bag. Feels disgusting on your fingies. And it was just in my crafting stuff. And I was like, let's put something on it. It was stained. Of course it is. I might get my other canvas bag But I want to put a little ghosty guy on it. Okay. We'll do this little drawstring bag instead. This is not stained. It is hella wrinkly though. But the heat press will fix that, so that's whatever. Which I also will have to plug in when the time comes, but we'll deal with that in a moment. So we're going to do our little doodlies, and then we're going to switch on over to the Cricut design space and see where that takes us. So I don't know why. I guess maybe it was doing that the haunted house yesterday, but I was like, oh, that's not the color I want. I want to do black. I want to paint it black. I want to do this like little ghost guy, right? He doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna love him either way. And I wanted him to be like going on a little trip was how my brain said. Just going on a little old trip. And he was gonna be carrying his little knapsack or whatever those are called, with like the hobos used to have over their shoulders. And just going on a little adventure, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need your help figuring out like what. Oh, that's too big. What the words are gonna say. I'm gonna put words behind him, some text. So he's gonna have like a little. I'm doing like multiple layers. I'm being a little excessive about the layers, but it's burned me in the past. The layers thing. He's gonna have like a little knapsack. He's going on a little trip. I also debated on making the knapsack a little pumpkin. So let me know how you feel about that. Okay, what layer are we actually? This is main layer. She's gonna be a little ghost guy. Just a little fella. Just a little fella. His eyes are really big and exaggerated, and I love that. So he's going on a little trip. Switch over to the eraser real quick. Erase that. And erase this. This is just the basic concept of what I had in mind. We're gonna make him smaller, obviously, because he's a little big for the bag itself. But he's just a little guy, and he's going on his little trip, his little adventure. His other arm, maybe I'll put his other arm over here, like he's walking away. You know what? Sure, why not? We're gonna make this a little more fabric-y, if that makes any sense. Just a little more fabric-y. Now, this is only the second time I've attempted to draw this particular type of ghost. So, it is what it is. I don't know if I love that. But him having little, like, ruching is not the correct word, but some, like, difference in the fabric kind of space. He's just a little guy. He's just a little fella. Just gonna do a little whip. Fix that up. And now we're gonna, I gotta actually click him and select him. What button is that? I don't remember. So select all of these and make it, oops. Which tool do I want then? I don't actually remember. It's been a long time since I've done any drawing. Oh, this transform tool. That's what I want. No, not touch that. I wanted you to select all the layers. Damn it. No. I might just have to merge the layers together. Damn. Okay. Well, that's okay. Like, this is like his general shape anyway. Stop selecting. Jeezums. Okay. So we're gonna merge these, I think. No, let's duplicate. Merge the layer below, that's what it was. So just Control E, Control E, Control E. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I thought it was still on the, I didn't realize I was back on the, what am I saying? I don't know. So we're gonna make him a little smaller. Oops, didn't mean to do that either. So we're gonna center him. This is just gonna be our little ghost fella. And I was going to do, I might actually do the lettering in the design space. So let me just show you what I had in mind, and then we can kind of talk about our options. So I was gonna think about doing a like a curved word, like over and under. And obviously the easiest version of this would be it's not running as fast because I have like the I can't spell. Like straight out of coffin or whatever. So that's one option, right? That'd be one choice I would have. And then let me erase that. Another one I was thinking of was well, obviously the curve is terrible right now because I'm just fruiting it. Looking for ghoulies. That's one of the options I had. Or instead of ghoulies, boobies. So so those are my options right now. Like I'm leaning towards like looking for ghoulies just because that's really funny to me. But you know, the boobies one is an option for sure. So I was debating on also adding like, this is just an example. Hello? Thinking about adding like tombstones behind him. But I don't know if that would look like too messy. Oh, that's kind of everywhere. Like, is that like too messy? Like, will that be too distracting kind of thing? Or, you know, I don't know. I don't actually know. Because he's going to be pretty small. I really need to change, like, the stick. The stick is just a stick. It needs to be, like, thicker. I really need to do that on the same layer. Like, just a thicker stick. You know what I'm saying? He's going on his little trip. So we do, yeah, we have a couple options. I don't know if this would be like too much. I see wiener. I'm not able to read that. That's just it's like I see vagina. Like, is the tombstones too much? I feel like the tombstones might be a little much. Whoops. I didn't mean to put that other chunk on the... Meant to do like that. There we go. Yeah, it's right on the line. A little too much of the... Yeah, it's like, it goes back and forth for me. Because I also was debating on putting like a moon, and then the words would be like up around all of it. Like the words would be further away. This is just an example. But I feel like it might be a little too cluttery. So that's just something to think about. Also, so different thing. Do we want him carrying his little sack? Or I could have him carrying a little pumpkin. That could be an option. Just like just a little jack-o'-lantern on his little stick, you know? I can draw pumpkins, sure. Just like a little guy. He's gotta have a nose. He says, Or I debated on putting like a lantern in his hands. Like just a basic lantern. I can draw lanterns. What does a lantern look like? I've suddenly forgotten everything. They got like a crisscross thing going on, don't they? So we could have like a little lantern in his hand. Or we could do a skull, but I feel like that's bad. That's bad too. Having the skull and a ghost might be a little silly. You know? Pumpkin or lantern? Yeah, I think the skull would be a little much. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. Why are you so small? Oh god, that's way too big. That's better. Get out of here, you. So lantern or jack-o'-lantern? If I scoot the jack-o'-lantern like down a little bit, I could have him hanging a little off the stick. Because I'm suddenly debating on this whole lantern thing. It looks a little goofy. I draw a better one, obviously, but it looks a little goofy. Where'd we fall on the tombstones? Are we a yes or are we a no on the tombstones? I don't actually know. And then I feel like, yeah, looking for ghoulies might be the best one. No on the tombstones? Yeah. Whoops, that's the wrong one. That one. So yeah, I have no thingy thing. So we have like a little yeah, jack-o'-lantern on his little stick. Hmm. I'll do the jack-o'-lantern. I think that'd be cute. I'll draw a better one. But yeah, I think we can do that. And words wise, I think I'm leaning towards looking for ghoulies. Although I'm not against straight out of coffin. I mean that one's always funny to me. For some reason it just always is. But let me fix the his little sack. Just whip it up in there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna draw the pumpkin on a different layer and then move him into like where we kind of want him. How big do we want him? This doesn't really matter right now. Nope, I don't like that. We can change up his eyeballs. Like, how do they do it in? That might be too detailed for the cricket to cut out. Well, no, I mean the cricket can do it fine. It's me that has to weed it out that I'm gonna have a problem with. Oh, what is going on with that eyeball? Just a little ghost guy. Just a little pumpkin fella. Either way, weeding this is going to be a little bit of a pain. I will erase some of that. It looks a little silly now. Do I zoom in again? I actually don't remember. There we go. You gotta be careful about your pixels because the cricket will sometimes be really good about picking those up. And then you'd be like, why do I have little chunks missing out of my guy? How's your Tuesday going, Red? It's going okay? Mixed ba. Mixed bag. Yeah, I feel that. Must be just one of those days. Just one of those days. His eyeball might be a little too exaggerated this way. It's a little Hershey's Kiss now. Funny. Garshepton didn't buy yourself a whole cookie cake. Wow, I'm so proud of you. That is hard work, honestly. Almost. Almost got a whole cookie cake. Well, currently Kylie is trying to figure out how she can do cake tasting without getting married again. And I'm like, just call them and ask if they'll do special flavors for a little pickup. I'm like, you don't have to lie about it. Just ask if they do the flavors that you can't get normally. If they will, if you give them plenty of advance notice. And she was like, no, I got to figure out how to sneak the system. And I was like, okay. You could just call them and ask, but oh well. She's like, calling people, ew. I'm like, yeah, no, I actually get that. There's our little pumpkin. There's our little guy. He's adorable. And I love him. I don't think I'm going to do the full, like, pumpkin lines, you know what I'm saying? Just because I think that'll mess up the Cricut a little bit. Like, if you did the full, like, the lines, you know? Maybe, like, hint of line. That makes it look weird. I don't know. I think leaving him how he is probably fine. How do I merge these? Group. Okay. Did I grip these? Oh, he lost his face. You're supposed to be grouped. There we go, okay. That's okay, I'll just put them together. So now we can kind of play around with our how we want them sized. I need this. So we can make them like whoop. That's a little silly. Make him a little long boy. I think I'm gonna have him like hanging like this and have him like maybe like a twine thing. Or should we just hook him by his stem? I don't know, I can go either way on that one. I think maybe doing like having him float right there a little bit. A curly stem. I debated on the curly stem. I panicked at the last minute and made it just a regular stem. Because I also don't know how that's gonna cut. I mean, I think it'll probably be fine. It'll just make it a little tedious. We'll do a little practice on a different layer. So if we did like a little curly. Oh yeah, because this point system is now smaller, so I'm gonna need to make my. It's about right. It's about the same. Ugh. Oops, didn't mean to do all that. would end up being something like this, I think. That'd be too messy. Let me try it again. I actually can't pay attention. Hold on, let me change the opacity of this one. There we go. It's not gonna stay that way. It's just easier for me to see where the stem is gonna go. So what if I did the stem a different direction? So we can get a little bit of a curl from the get-go. More like this instead. I actually get really confused about curlies in a design space. Kind of like that. It'll have to be a different color, I think, to really get like that full effect of it. Let's see. Like a green. I do have a green vinyl, so I mean, we could. Like a green brown. I mean, it'll work for the color, but I don't think I have a green brown vinyl. Let's just stick with green. Or brown. I don't remember how to actually do this. There we go. Do it like this. Like a green. In which case I'll, draw it a little better, but actually it'll be behind. I think this ends up behind it. Yoink. So I can show you how layers work. Multiple layers in a Cricut design space. I think I can do it better. I think I can do it better. Doing this so I can just erase what's going to go behind the stick. It can be hard for me to visualize that stuff. We could have like little leaves coming off. I got distracted. Here's a leaf. Kind of like that. Oh, I made it so chunky. Kind of like that. I don't know, does that look silly? How do we feel about that? Yes, no, is this goof? Is this too goof? I mean, it's gonna be a little goofy, and I think that's okay. Just a little goofy. I'm not mad about it. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to weed for sure. Keep going back and forth on this stem, like how chunky to make it, but I think that's probably fine. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to weed, but I'm kind of looking forward to that level of challenge, you know what I'm saying? So if we make this regular opacity, we can get rid of the stem. Might bring the curly Q, this curly Q up a little bit. I think I need to actually do a different stem. Give him a little like stem hat. Just, whoop, did not mean to do that. It's way too big. I don't know, I think this, like, this pleases me. Just a little better. Just make that, this, I don't know why, but I feel like it needs to, you know, hold some weight. The pumpkin needs to hold some weight, weirdly enough. So the stem needed to be a little chunkier. Eh? Then we can just do, instead of putting details, we gotta think in like negative space. That's why I keep adding like little lines in there. Erasing was underneath here. Okay. There's his little face. Also, I'm thinking about how I just said we need to think about like negative space. And if we want our pumpkin to be orange, which we can do, then I need to, like, the eyes and the mouth would technically be the color of the canvas, if that makes any sense. If we wanted to have orange, or I mean, I can do the black eyes and mouth and stuff. There's a hair on me. It's fine. It's fine. If we want more color, because originally I was thinking of just doing like the black on the canvas, and just having the canvas show through. You know what I'm saying? But now with the stem, to make it differentiate from the black, having the we might need to change that up and actually add some more colors, which is fine. So just a little more hork. I need to make this a little so I can see what to erase here. I need to zoom in again. I'm giving us a little bit of leeway room on either side to really make the color pop when we do this. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, it'll be okay. Because I can be like, that was intentional. That might have been too drastic. And I'll show you guys how to do the multiple layers thing. Oops. Because that is kind of a pain in the butt. But really cool when you get it right. So wherever the white is where like the canvas is going to come through of the vines. I hope this looks the way I'm intending it to, because again, I don't think in negative space very well. Okay, yeah, that looks nice. Just yeah, just that little bit of gap in between. So the canvas will be able to come through a little better. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. I hope this isn't making any form of sense to anybody. Okay. Adorable. Just our little ghost with his little pumpkin. So I think I might just do like the outlines in color. So the outline of the pumpkin. So I'm not going to make him a actual full orange pumpkin. That's not the right color. Why aren't you becoming orange? On the correct layer. Because I was using the eraser tool. That's fine. Whoops. So yeah, just like the orange outline. And then now I'm wondering. We should just do like that black outline. And again, the canvases would come through on that. This is just a little test. I don't know. How do we feel about that? Between having obviously the different eyes and stuff. Or obviously we could reverse it and have it be a full solid orange pumpkin with canvas as the like the outline. We could do a little outline thing. I mean, I kind of like the canvas poking through idea. Gives the illusion of orange pumpkin without actually being full orange pumpkin. Whoops, too far. It's way too much taken out. Whoop. Kind of like that. No, I think that's gonna be too small to weed properly. Let's just do a little, see what it would look like underneath real quick. With like the full, and then the outline would be canvas as opposed to vice versa. I don't actually know which one would look better. I think we'll stick to a solid pattern though. Where did it go? Where did it go? I guess I'll leave them black. That's fine. That is fine. Since we're doing that little gap idea, might as well do it on all of this. It's a little smaller. It's a little chunky. Just a little chunk. Just a little guy. Random dark pixels. I can't stand that. Oh, let's fix that real quick. I kind of did a little. Whoop, that's really big for how small I am right now. That's orange. Not that I mind orange. Just not where I wanted it. Okay. It's our little guy. Oh, he's so cute. I can't. He's adorable. He's just an adorable little guy. So yeah, he's not actually going to be white. He is gonna be canvas color. I really should make this background canvas color. Just so we know. I don't know what canvas color really looks like on this. It's kind of close, I guess. Tiny bit more yellow. Oops. So he's going to be more like this. It's a little dark for canvas, but this is better. This is a better representation than I think what I was talking about. So all of him is not going to be, you know, actually white. Let me fix his eyeball. He was a little slanty. I did draw him really quickly in the beginning. I think I was intending just to do a first sketch, and then I was like, okay, here's my serious attempt, but I never really went back and did a serious attempt. So we're just gonna fix our little doodly. Just a tiny bit. I'm not gonna mess with him too much. We still have to take him into design space. Oops, wrong one. We want to make sure all the little tiny pixels are out of there. Like I said, sometimes it does pick up those little ones, and it's like, what are you doing? It was obviously a mistake, my guy. Very cute. Let's even out his little bottom here. Hope I got distracted by something else. Smooth out his sheet. Get your sheet together. Get your sheet and get out. Oops. I meant to actually overcorrect the other direction. I went right back and fixing it how it was. Yips. I'm being a little picky. This is the problem with digital drawing for me is like, you know, I can be picky. So more often than not, I will be. Even though it's, you know, kind of silly to be. Because he's just a little guy. It's not that serious. Oh man, a big old squirrel just ran across my roof. Need places to be. Maybe I overcorrected. What a shock, you know? Oops. Is how ghosts look? I actually don't know. I ain't seen one. He's just our little ghost guy. He's going on a little vacation. Question is, do we want the stick a different color? We could technically do a different color, or that might be a little too much. That might be a little too much. Don't want to get like too crazy with it, I guess. Might need to make these holes a little bigger, actually. Because the cricket's gonna struggle with it. I'm gonna struggle with it. These might not even cut properly. But it's the thought that counts. Fix this vine. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. There we go. That's why it looked a little funky. Everything else was like a nice distance away from the black coloring. Very cute, very cute. Very cute indeed. All right, I gotta stop messing with him, or else we're never gonna get to the cricket part. Yeah, I think he's cute, and then we'll do the words in the cricket space, and just kind of see how it goes. It'll be interesting, for sure. Let me put this away real quick. Let me just move it. That's not where you belong. Belong under here. I put it on top of my desktop. Don't know why. I just always have. He's so cute. He's going on his little trip, and I love him to death. I think he's perfection. So let me just save. He's just gonna go. Where's he gonna go? I put him on my desktop for now. Little ghosty. Just a little ghosty. Okay. And then we're gonna file export, I believe. A little ghosty. If you want a JPEG, probably best. Okay, real quick. I think I could have done this in the Krita space. Oh my god. But I didn't. This tool is really great. It's free. It's just remove.bg. So it just removes the background for you. Oh, it's struggling with this one. Usually goes really quickly. Probably because of the color. But I can also... Oh, yep, there it did it. Very cute. See, just so it took off the entire canvas layer, so when we put it into our design space, it'll be fine. Download him. Okay. We're gonna do a new project. It's been so long since I've done this. Load an image, please. Browse, please. On our desktop, we have this guy. There he is. I love him. Background we removed is already moved, so thanks. Okay. So it's going to be in multiple layers, hopefully. I think. I think it'll do that. I'm not super familiar with Cricut, I'll be real honest. Why is it so big? There. Do a flat graphic. A little ghosty. So here he is. He's precious. And we are gonna have to... It got a little weird. Damn it. Was that the download? Did I not notice? Hold on. The background remover made it a little odd. See if we can't change it a little bit. Why did it get all mushy like that? I don't know. We might have to do this in multiple layers and then upload it, honestly. Why did you do that? Let's see. Oh, we don't want him to be 10. But we decide on, I mean, 12. We don't want him to be 10. We're at about, this is probably about 12 inches across the bag. We don't want him to be the entire width of the bag. Where's my ruler? Our ruler. Handy dandy ruler. It is 12 across. I was right. I'm thinking about 5 inches wide, maybe. It's about half this. So 5 whole inches wide. I would like to cut, please. Might need to edit it because it's got these weird gaps. Why did I do that? I just grabbed the same guy. He's all like blendy and stuff. Let me upload him again real quick. See if I can't change him. I don't want his colors to blend together. So we might have to do the erase tool in, which I don't like using. It's not as like sharp as doing it in our design, our drawing tablet area. Also because I can't see it as well. It's harder for me to do this on like just the mouse too. You do lose, yeah, like some of the quality between the drawing and the cutting here, which sucks. I probably should have made all that a little bigger. Let's see. Okay. Just a single layer. Ghosty 2, let's just do that. Okay. So there's the original one. Here's this one, which is a little clearer on the cuts by like a tiny margin, of course. I'm mad that he doesn't like look the same. I don't know where. I don't know if it's just because it is too small. Maybe I should have made this whole thing bigger. Let's see, delete. Get rid of some of these bad boys. Just make it have its own like background, you know what I'm saying? Don't know why that just zoomed in on those. That's there we go. Okay. So we need to make just me thinking off the top of my head here. Trying to stick them together. Group, please. That'll work. Sometimes it's very finicky about. Yeah, see, it's just still just grabbing the pumpkin. I want to grab everything. I want to resize the whole Goddamn thing. But I don't want to merge them together either. Okay, let me just, gosh darn it. Layers. Why can't you let me transfer all layers, please? Actually, scale all layers to a new size. Okay, let's go back to inches because I don't know what the pixels would be. And it was actually pretty close to the size we wanted. That took way too long because I don't know what I'm doing. Shocker, I know. So maybe I need to make some of these gaps a little more detailed. I think the design space is struggling with that a little bit. Let's pull out the tablet again real quick. Real quick. Okay, stop selecting all layers. Do green real quick. And make it a little more defined. Because Cricut is being a bit of a bitch. I mean, I'm saying that, but then I'm gonna curse myself for adding in every little small detail that I am when I'm doing the weeding. That part is gonna blow. Just a little bit. We want our little guy to be all cute, and I really want him to turn out on the bag. So if me doing this way doesn't fix our issue, I might have to upload it in different layers, which I have had to do in the past. And it is irritating. But if it works, it works, you know? You're looking a little goofy. Just create a little bit more space. Just a little. I don't want to take off like an obnoxious amount where you can't tell what I was trying to do. You know? Didn't like that. Fix that real quick. It's a little better. Can't make this a little more. Oh, not the elbow. Not elbow. This is little hand. The stick. Okay, I think those are the only spots that were struggling. Oh, well, maybe this part of the stem too. You're right, me. Okay, maybe preemptively I'll just save it into different layers. I don't know. Just in case, you know? Either way, I'm going to save the entire thing as is. And then so little ghosty, let's do, oh, I need to export it actually, I lied to you. So I can change it to a JPEG. Little ghosty 1. Sure, whatever. Little ghost, no, I did it again. Export, not little ghosty 2. And then little ghosty 3. I think that might do better. So we're going to get rid of these guys. And upload. Oh, they're on my desktop. That's right. Where's our little ghosties? I can pass all these. Can I upload multiple images? No, Cricut's not that friendly. Yeah, so we're going to do each one. Ah, of course, going to do it with the background on it. Why'd you put the background back on it? Now I gotta go with the background remover. This is also, I don't have to, you know, like, I'm not gonna pay for Cricut design space. If I don't have to, you know? Little ghosty 1. Beautiful. Okay. Not lol. Nope. Lil. Ghosty 2. Then we got little ghosty 3. All this to get different colors for vinyl. It's all for the craft, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's try this again. A little ghosty 1. No, wait, it's in our downloads, that's right. So we have to do, yeah, this in chunks as well. Good. I was gonna be really mad if it didn't keep the background gone. Because like what? Like why? You know? So we just need a single layer. It's totally fine. Continue. Sure, I'm not gonna rename him. Okay, and then we're gonna upload the next one. Ghosty 2. Okay. Upload. Yeah, we're gonna have to move him into the right spot, which sucks, but at least we'll have our separate layers, as opposed to having to do it by like manually erasing it within the program, which I have had to do and don't recommend. Just don't recommend. I don't know why, but I had to check if I was muted or not. I was like, even though I know we checked earlier. Okay, so now we got to put all of these in the proper spot. Can I zoom in? Yep. It's moving like so far. That's actually pretty good. Ugh. Why are you so sensitive? I say to myself when I get insulted. Why are you so sensitive? No, I just need you to like move up a hair. Okay, that's pretty close. Now we're gonna do with the 5 we decided. There's our little dude. And no, he doesn't have any colors on him right now, but that's okay, because we're actually going to have to do each individual thing. And so to do the multiple layers on a, let me put my tablet away again. Do the multiple layers on the vinyl is you have to get a little creative and to match them up, because it can't cut, it can cut everything in one go. I'm not saying it's not, but you have to, you're working with like squares. You're working with squares. Let me give an example. So each color is its own layer of coloring. So you can't just tell the computer, hey, do this and then put another one right on top of it and do this and do this and this. You have to cut each chunk like beep, 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 you know what I'm saying? And then put them together yourself. And the way we do this, it's actually very ingenious, is you put a, what's like a guide shape on each layer. And this is a piece of vinyl that you are essentially going to throw away, but it helps tell you where to put your cuts. So we're gonna actually change the color of these to remember what is what. This is not gonna be the accurate color, it's just helped me. So this is what our colors are going to be, even though I did decide to make the, I forgot to separate the eyes and the mouth into a different color, but that is my fault. We're just doing orange. I cannot go back and do a whole other thing just because I goofed. So these will be our layers, but we have to tell the computer, we have to tell us after it prints where it's gonna go. So we have to put little square doodads. Need to, so add shapes. So we're just doing little squares because they're like the easiest, because it's got like the standard 4 points. And we're gonna add a bunch of these. They don't have to be big. Like 1/4 of an inch is fine. Okay. So this is good. Okay, go away now. I'm done with you. So this is going to go on, it's going to be attached to like each specific layer. I gotta put them in place first. So we're gonna make this also orange, so we know. We're gonna copy it and paste it. And so we're gonna have, so each layer is going to have these same 2 squares on it. So we'll know where the heck to place our guys. I think I'm gonna put them up here so I don't waste as much space when I do like the green and the white. Doesn't really matter if they're even. Bothers me, but it doesn't actually matter. So these will be our guiding squares for this particular layer. These go together. I do know how to do it at some way. So these need to be combined. Actually, no, just attached. I think. Attach them. Okay. So bad. Oh, I should have duplicated them before I attached them. That's okay. These will be our green ones. And they're also going to go the exact same spot as our other ones. Because remember, we want each of them to align exactly, you know, where the other ones are. So we're going to actually do another copy paste. These ones are going to be our black color. Whoops. Same thing. And we're going to align them so they're not like slightly off, because right now they're going to be a little off, and that's kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, we're actually going to unattach these because I goofed them. Okay, so all of these need to be Nope, that's gonna mess it up. I need to select just you guys. There is an easier way to do this, but it's been a long time since I've had to do it, so here we are. So black, green, orange. Black, green, orange. Okay, so these three need to be, come on. Need to align by the center. And then these three need to be aligned by their center. So now they're going to be exactly on top of each other. So when we do print it and have to layer them on top of each other, there's going to be no question about this is where we want our design, which I think is phenomenal. I don't remember which video I watched, but I was just like, oh, that's so smart. So now each of these squares will go with their specific color, and we'll do all of that. So now we can actually put them where they're supposed to be. So these are going to be attached. You guys are attached to little ghosty mans. And these three are also attached. So now each of them are their own layer, essentially. So this is our entire guy. He is still, he's like 5.04. Yeah, we'll leave it at that because I forgot the square, like, gives us that extra bit of length. So yeah, so these are, we gotta flatten them, I believe. They have to be flattened. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if it needs to be printed. Just attached. Okay. First, let's save, because we also haven't done our words, I just now realized. It's fine. So let's do that real quick, actually. Add another text box. Ghoulies. This is going to be our little image. For now, I'm going to actually attach these. I can detach them, but I just don't want the... Why did you do that? Ugh. Oh well, it's fine. Wanted to group them, not attach them. There we go. So now I can like center this on the image itself. Center, look, center. I always get this wrong. Align horizontally. Okay. So now it's going to be a little more accurate. And so this can be distribute. Hello? There we go. I always get it backwards. So now we're gonna do some cool stuff of doing a curve. I love curves and designs. I don't know why. So it'll go like a little bit around. Yep. -38. We probably want these both to be about... Oh, I actually did pretty close. That's wild, honestly. And we're going to change up our font. Now, Cricut is, again, very irritating. Where a lot of their fonts you have to pay for. Which, you know, fine, whatever. But, like, also fonts are literally everywhere on the internet. Why are you making us pay for them within your design? I could have done the words in a different program and then just transferred it over like I did the ghost because I was drawn. I could have also done it by hand and it would have been fine. Um, and avoided all of, you know, this nonsense, like finding a font that you like and then having to pay money for it. Like, come on. It's a bit ridiculous. Um, I kind of like this one. It's kind of nice. It's kind of cute. We'll try a different one too. Dongle. What a fun one. Favorite fonts collection. Ooh, Ginger Snap. That's kind of cute. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. That tastes like Taco Bell. Ew. Hold up. What is going on there? No, we don't want that. I like the font, but I don't know why it did the like a design in the G. Like what? And I want it to be kind of cute, kind of different. Not that different. That's kind of ridiculous. I don't like that. Were you trying to type font red? What happened there? Font. Also, you like this one? Hi, Melody. Kiwi Maru. It's actually pretty okay. I like the couple that I've picked look good from here, and then you put it on their thing, and it has like something weird attached to it. The 4 looks like font to you. Ah, yeah, with the current text. Yeah, that was just the first one we picked. Could do typewriter, but eh. What's this one look like? It's struggling. It's struggling to do this one. Come on, get. That's cute. Yeonsung. Let's see what it looks like with the other ones. Looking for ghoulies. Look at them. I had to change the curve on it because it got a little. This one might need to be a little more curved. Why did it change to 42? That was weird. I guess because the font type changed that. Negative 38. Same on top as it is on the bottom. I like this font. It's cute. Might make it a little bigger. Like a 95. I know like that thing where you stare at a word until it makes no sense. Looking is starting to be like Lukin to me. I don't know why. 5. The font is being really weird where it doesn't like I don't know what's happening here. We might have to break it up into 2 text blocks, which is obnoxious, but whoops. This also at 95. Why am I not allowed to curve this one? That's weird. No wonder it was messing up. It didn't want to curve at all. Huh. But the other ones were fine. That's really, really weird. What? But now it's like, okay. What the hell? So now it's gonna let me curve it. Why? Why was that so weird before? There it goes. Whee! Let's try putting the 4 back into it. Just the 1. Move you over here for now. Is that what we said we liked? 38? Yeah. It does get a little weird. I don't know if it's just because, letters are like a little close. Ooh, God, it's too much. It does not like curving looking. That is bizarre. To do it the jank way. Just a little jank. Actually make it like really jank. Bear with me. Why did I have to fall in love with this font? I don't know. I'm kind of mad I fell in love with this font. Okay, let's go set back to 0 so I can mess around with this. Now this one's aligned vertically. Yeah, see, it's even when it's straightened out, it doesn't want to. I guess because that's how the font is. It's not. It's like meant to be a little, you know, kooky, which is fine. But you're ruining my vibes, man. This might be a lot of work for what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm mad about this, but I might have to give up this font just because it's like really obnoxious to mess with. Zero curve, and it's just sitting there. It's like ridiculous. Okay, well, I don't remember what the other one was we liked. Why did you have to get weird and wiggly? You're my favorite. It was perfect. I don't even remember what the other one was that I liked. I erased it from my mind when the other one came around. Could just go with like the standard Cricut Sans. Oh, no, I don't love it though. I know this is very riveting. Looking at fonts. Ooh. Just thinking about it. It's kind of boring. So now that I'm like... I'm mad about it. And this does take a second to like figure out because they're not downloaded onto the system yet. Okay, that one's fine. We can do that. That's fine. So Carly. Or I'll have to remember that other font for future projects. Can I save it? Yeah, we're gonna bookmark that bad boy for a future project. Okay. So now let's try that again. Align. And then distribute evenly. $32, $35 is what it was. That's what it was. That's kind of, you know, that's cute. I think the word should be bigger. Because this font is, oh yeah, we never put it back up to like 95. This font is like a little bit smaller, but now I gotta rearrange it again. Whoops. I do that every time. Align horizontally. There we go. Distribute horizontally. See, this doesn't seem... Oh, I didn't do the distribute vertically either. There we go. That's a little better. So he's just a little cute dude. Now we do have to add our squares onto well, no, we actually don't, because it's gonna be on one piece. This is gonna be the same layer as our ghost. So it's gonna be like the first layer that pops out. So it already has technically the black on it. I don't know what I'm saying. Ungroup. So I need these two, where is... Of course, it's the last one I pick. You should also attach into here, and you need to attach into here. So now these are attached, and they should... I think how you do it is that's how you do, like, cut it in one color. Maybe it's weld. No, it can't be weld. It's either attach is fine or flatten is fine. We'll find out when we go to the next screen. And then I'll remember, because I can always go back from this. So just, yeah, basic cut on, yeah, so it's separated by color. So this is our first cut, our second cut, and our third cut. So if you notice, they are right on top of each other, which is not what we want. We could do it like this, but then each time we would have to remove the mat, take off what we did, slap down a new color, and do it all over again. Whereas we can just do it all in one cut session if we have just the square of color that we need. So if I know that this is, you know, like squares, to make it easier on ourselves, we can just do it's between square 1 and 7 and then 1 and 9. And then for our orange, we can just do squares, what did I say, 1 through 7. So we can do like 7 to 9 on our orange on the top row here. So 7 to 9. Beautiful. And then for our green, we can actually do 7 to 9 as well, just below it. Yeah, because that one's 1 to about 2-ish. So just putting that between 3 and 4 is fine. So this is showing us our actual Cricut mat, which has squares on it just like this. So you remember like where to put things. We don't want to mirror anything, I don't think. So this is going to be just our flat black color. And I'll show you how we do all that. It's going to be our orange. So it's going to cut out that orange. And our green as well. And it does have our little measured up little squares. So when we put it all together, we can use those squares to show us where to actually put things. Cool. Cool? Pretty cool. If it works, you know. That's the key. So this is our setup. Let me switch over to the... This is our Cricut. My really jank setup right now. This is our little Cricut. And it's lifted up, so I did buy the legs for it. So it can be up and I can put things underneath it. Because I'm all about saving storage space. But because it's up high, we got to put this little bracer on it. Which helps catch our mat on there. Speaking of mats. Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for the popsicle. Judy. Thank you.
No problem.
My husband brought me a popsicle. Yeah. So anyway. A really jank camera setup. This will be better in the future, but I was panic setting up when we did this. So just so you guys don't like miss what we're actually doing. But we'll switch to that in a second. But this is our our general setup. And oops, wrong one. There it is. So this is what our little guy is. So we're doing each layer. So I'm gonna grab the colors and then I'll show you how I set it all up. Popsicle, sorry. I do some colors right here, actually. So a little trick is that you don't have to buy Cricut materials for your Cricut. You will save so much money if you just don't. Which includes the vinyl. This pack is from Amazon. It smells like actual radiation, but it was cheap and it was given to... This one actually was given to me. And then I have a bunch of scraps. Jesus. So we need an orange, a green, and a black, which I have plenty of black. The orange and the green that I might have to break into my other colors for. Actually, are these iron-on? We're doing an iron-on project. I think these are just standard. I might have to break into my iron-on. My actual Cricut brand. Whatever. Well, these are heat transfers. I don't think these are. I think these are just... Ooh, I'm gonna drop everything. I think these are just standard, whatever. So there's a difference between the heat and the what you would put on a keychain. Like I've made a keychain or on like a mug. It all depends on your what you're gonna do with it. And there are some that are like really tough for like outdoor materials and everything like that. And it's a bit hectic. So like this is not a heat transfer. You can tell usually by the feel of it. So I need to put these down actually. Oh, I'm making a mess. It's fine. Although this is a really nice and shiny one. I made a card for somebody and I made like, this was like an award piece. So there we go. Let's break into our heat. It claims it's heat transfer. Again, it's Amazon, so who knows. Definitely feels different, so fingers crossed we don't explode. That's a bit extreme. So here's a good green. It's like a kind of orange. A better orange. Yeah, a slightly darker orange. Oh, actually, there's a slightly darker green too. I might do that instead. So we got like an orange for our pumpkin, and a better green for our stem. I can't remember if it's shiny side down or dull side down. I'll have to look that up real quick. And then we needed just a standard black, which I don't think this kit, weirdly enough, came with a black. You think it would? Well, it's not a white. Oh, there's a black. Okay, I was just moving right past it. And a black. And then we're going to cut it down to size so we don't waste space on our working space. And go from there. Put these away real quick. Ah, my eyeball. We're doing great. Of course, Balsar thinks that any crinkly sound is for him. So... Boy. You're gonna get cat hair all up in my cricket. Hold on, let me show you him. Here he is. A menace. A menace to society. Aren't you? You're just a little menace. He says, what? What, Mom? You entertain them. I'm gonna grab my stuff. He's very entertaining, I know. Cat boy, cat boy. Okay. So, we have, don't judge me, this was not mine, this was passed to me. This is our sticky mat. It is covered in dog hair and cat hair. We can blame that one for that. But, it still works fine. And you can clean them, I just haven't. And then I also grabbed our cutting mat. That's what this is. So this is what's called like self-healing. So you can cut it and it won't like leave deep gouges and stuff in there unless you're like really trying. So we're gonna measure our stuff. Granted, I gotta keep it from dropping all over the floor. And getting so much cat hair on it. Don't put your face in that. You're gonna get it all dirty. Stop. You're gonna get it all dirty. That we cannot have. The vinyl can be dusted off. Whatever. So, we're gonna just like cut our pieces, and I know I don't need like the entire bit, and my popsicle's gonna fall on the floor. Got my handy dandy little cutting ruler thing, which I love. So I know the black needs to be about 7 inches wide and about 8 inches. No, 6 by 8, because that first square we're not really using. Boy, your hair's everywhere. Everywhere. Boop. He's gonna watch you guys. Ah! So I know 6 by... I wish I had another camera over here so you guys could see what the heck I'm doing. But I guess I can move it real quick. Sorry, Catboy. There. Now you can kind of see what the heck I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. So the self-healing mat is just for like cutting. I have like an X-Acto knife. And so I can just do... I can actually like cheese it and put it up against what I see on the screen if I wanted to. Or I could just count. That's a lot of work though. So I know I need to cut it at around... I'm not going to do it by hand. I have a little cutty thing for a reason. But I know roughly it needs to... I'm just going to do 7 inches to be safe. So I know I'm going to have to cut it like right here. And then... What is it? It's at the... It's actually upside down, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back here. I might make it a little longer than 9. Just in case. Then I have this doodad. I can line up the line I just made on here. So much cat hair. Can't. And so it's got a little, just a little swoop swoop. So this is going to be our scrap piece that we're not using. We just put that to the side. And save your scraps. It's so expensive to not save your scraps. Like, you gotta save your scraps. Cut that like that. This is our scrap piece because it's the small one. And this is going to end up being our little ghost. Like this. Cool, 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 cool. So set this over here, I guess. Now our orange, we barely need any. So our orange is only... Yeah, it's 2 inches. 2 inches by 1 inch. So then there is like a ruler on this. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there is a ruler on it. But it's not like all the way across, so I'm just gonna guess about 2 inches here. That's a little long. If it's too big, that's actually okay. We don't want it to be too small is the problem. So that looks like, yeah. Oops. Like that. So this is actually our scrap. The big side is. Elliott's coughing and hacking over here. Jesus Christ. This is also, this just needs to be like about 1 inch, so I'm gonna make it a little bigger than I normally would. And I might move where we placed our colors, just so it's a little easier for me to realize, like, figure out where the heck I'm going with things. So our green is about 3 inches by 1 inch. So we're gonna, about 3. Again, too big is better than too small. Set that aside, save your scraps always. Again, I realize this is too big, but better safe than sorry. Wow. So now we're done with our the cutting mat. Swap over here so you guys can see. Just punching the mic, it's okay. So now we know, so this is where you like layer it with where we've placed them on our cutting. We're actually gonna scoot this down so it's a little safer. So it's like way away from the orange, you know? So we're gonna put this. I do have to look up because I'm a little dumb. I don't remember which side goes up for the sticky. Heat transfer. My keyboard's like... Shiny side up or down? I'm not the only one. Shiny side should be face down. Okay, so shiny side down. We can do that. Okay. Scoot that back out of the way. So this is going to come off, and luckily you can't really see it, but it is covered in hair, like pet hair. But this piece is just protector. Ugh. Obnoxious sounds. And so now this is like sticky, and you can just stick your little vinyls on there. Shiny side down. We just learned. And you want to follow where you put it on your practice setup. So yeah, this is about, we're doing it like, I'm going to give it a little more room on the left. So you want to make sure that that is like secure on there. Then our orange, shiny side down, is between 7 and 9. So we can put that here. There you go. Actually, we're going to scoot over because that square is a little on the corner. So we're going to put this up a little bit. Between the 7 and the 9. I might be cutting that one like really close. Hopefully it'll be okay. And then our green, shiny side down. We put between the 5 and 6 on this side, so like 5, 6. And then between the 8, the 7 and the, man, I almost put it forever. The 7 and the 9. And we have a little more space. We're going to give it a little bit of breathing room on the vinyl part. Like that. Boop, boop, boop. So now we don't have to keep changing out the mat, which I think is really cool. It just kind of works, you know? So you just have to, you don't have to take it off and redo each piece each time. So that is this, and I'm hoping it'll work. We're going to reopen our thing. I'll take you guys off of this view. Put you back over here. A little disorienting, I'm sure, and I'm sorry. So it's not gonna be, yep, it's not gonna be great. I might take it off so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Excuse me. Thank you. So now, so you want to make sure you have your things set correctly. So there's a dial that says like how much pressure you use on your Cricut machine. We are using vinyl, but I think I'm gonna switch to iron-on because I don't remember if you have to for this or not. But our blade is already in there, so we don't have to mess with that at all. So when you go to your design space, it's going to ask you, like, you're gonna like continue, and then it's gonna like start doing stuff on the machine. Wonder if I can add actually. So you guys can see it at the same time. Cute. So there's the Cricut. So you can kind of see what I'm doing at the same time. So it has the dial. It's going to ask for us to do the dial here and make sure everything is correct. And fingers crossed it's correct, because again, I'm actually not very used to doing the Cricut, but I'm still learning, and it's going to be great. So I think I'm going to switch it over to iron on, so it knows to use the proper setting. And so it's going to put like a tiny bit more pressure, I think. So we're going to hit continue. It's telling us to connect. Are you not connected? What do you mean? Sciencebase automatically turns mirror on for iron on and infusible ink. Shiny side down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it automatically is flipping our image. So when it pulls off, we'll be able to slap it back down that same way. I believe, pretty sure that's how that works. Okay. So now it is telling us to load, everything up. So we have it set up, and it's like gently pressed against these wheels that are on there. And we can hit the little, you can't really see it, but this button's blinking. And so it's gonna suck it up. It's now like reading the numbers on the mat. It's very odd, but it's like assessing where the actual mat is. So it's guessing. It's not guessing, it knows where to put everything. So we can hit our little start button, or you can hit start on the computer, I think, but and then it's gonna go. Oh yeah, we cut that kind of close. I should have made my vinyl like a tiny bit bigger, but that's okay. Let's see if you guys can see it on this scene. It's a little better. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. That's okay. So so it's gonna do this, so yeah, 34%. Doesn't take too long. And while that's going, we can set up the rest of our project. So, pretty dope. Eat my popsicle while we're doing this. My popsicle is basically just liquid at this point. It's not really crunchy anymore. It is what it is. But how's everyone's Tuesday night going? That is so loud, and I'm sorry. It's like pushing against my my window. Whoopsies. I shouldn't need to go from that much further, so it's okay. But yeah, how's everyone's Tuesday night going? I'm throwing ice at myself. So now to switching colors, which we don't actually need to unload anything. It's telling us to unload the mat to switch between our to switch to our other color. We don't actually have to do that. So we just hit the same blinking button that we did before, and it's gonna take it back in again, just like this. It's gonna go, it's gonna read it again. And so now it's gonna know where the orange is as well. So we can get that going. And this will take like 2 seconds. You want it to be bedtime? Yeah, I kind of do too. I mean, it can be whenever, because I'm, an adult, but I'm also an adult in that I make bad decisions. Orange is very easy. They're looking cute. I hope we don't need to do a secondary cut, because that always goes wrong for me. Always. So now we're on the final color. Just zoning out, eating my popsicle. How do you almost choke on a popsicle? I don't know, but I did. This is our project. That went right down my throat. Whoa! We're actually done with our cricket, so I can pull you guys back over here. Oh, except we rotated us. I have to do this every time. I should probably do it just like that's not it. There we are. Oh, my phone's so heavy, it's like struggling to hold itself. Better center of gravity right here. Okay. So you can't really see anything because of where the lines are. I'm going to move my light so you guys can have a better view of it down here. So you can kind of see the line coming through. Oh, stay put. There. Okay. Cool. So this is both like one of the best parts and one of the worst parts is pulling this off of here and seeing if the cut worked. Now I had one a while back and I was wasting so much vinyl because I could not get it to cut. It's because I had the wrong settings on and it was my fault, absolutely. So now it is so this is flipped. So when we do put it on our design, it'll be, we have to go flip it, you know? Then you iron it on. So it'll be shiny side out when it actually goes on the actual thing. So the easiest way to do this is to roll your mat. I've seen people do this, like roll it like this. And then you can peel it off like that. So I don't think it cut through. That's what I mean by it being the most tragic part. Both tragic and fun. So I think with the shiny vinyl, the iron-on vinyl, not just shiny vinyl. Did you cut through it all? I think we're okay. Because it doesn't have to cut through the actual plastic protector bit. It just has to cut through. Ah, we're okay. Ah! I was really, really scared, and I didn't want to have to do it. Because once you take it off there, it's so hard to line it up again, and then you get, like, weird cuts in weird places. So you just kind of, like, pull off this bit. So it's both, yeah, like, really satisfying. And you can take it off of the sticky, but when I do these ones, I find it easier to hold it onto the sticky, so it holds that plastic piece. And then you can weed the smaller bits a little easier. I'm gonna put this away, actually. This is dangerous. And this is all scrap that we're throwing away. Now, if I was thinking about it smarter, I actually like to save, like, the chunks that are big enough. Actually, I probably can still save a chunk right here. In case you need just, like, a little shape. Like our orange and our greens is a perfect example. We just needed a little bit of it. And then the rest is going to get thrown out, you know? So why not try and save as much as you can? But I want the full thing to come off. I don't want just the top part. If I can even get it off of there. Might have to transfer it to the other mat and cut it. Nope. I think I can get it. Yeah. So, like, this whole piece is still salvageable and usable for a different project. It's small, but I do a lot of small projects because I'm an insane person. I like small projects. Anyway, back to what we were doing. The rip. So you can go quick on, like, the big pieces, and iron-on is pretty forgiving. But you want to be careful around your smaller bits so you don't accidentally pull them up. So especially around, like, letters, which these are decently big, but yeah, iron-on is actually really forgiving. And this is what I mean by you have to think of in weird, like, negative spaces sometimes. So our ghost is actually going to be a whole piece that we take out. So I have to be really careful about this next bit. Hope you guys can see this, like, okay. I know my lighting is kind of jank. But so is the rest of my setup, so what else is new, you know? Stay on there. Don't do it. And like this. Whoop. My F got cut off a little bit. I knew I'd cut it a little too close, but that's all right. It is very satisfying when it does pull, especially when you get, like, big chunks. It's just like, oh. Ah, he's so cute. I got a little trash can under here. So yeah, here's our little guy. And then we can do the finer bits. I use generally I use the X-Acto. Oh, it's right here. This thing sits on your finger, It's a little vinyl like catcher. So when you do like the tiny ones, you could just like stick it on there. Get off your X-Acto if I could ever get it off the thing. And instead of like having to fight with it, you can just whoop, goes right on there. Now I do have tweezers that I also use, but I generally just stick with the X-Acto knife. I don't know why. I just do. Whoops. I did buy the Cricut branded X-Acto knife that I'm holding because of the finger grippy. It's just really nice and squishy. And it's blue, and blue's my favorite color. But yeah, like this grip is like really nice. Okay. Oh yeah, we had to do this chunk. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. He's so cute. Okay, I think we're looking good on our ghost. Now we can do the green and the orange, which I overcorrected the green in the wrong direction. I'm mad about that. But it's fine. You live and you learn. You live, you learn, and you craft. We gotta get these little tiny bits out of our vine. Come on, get off of there. That's one of the tweezers would have been better than the X-Acto, but oh well. I'm just now realizing I don't think I've ever done a layered project with iron on. And that the process might be a little different. But it's too late now. We're already here. I think it'll still be okay, but I don't think it'll be as easy as what I pictured in my brain. It never is. It never is. So, Red, are you gonna go to bed soon? Because you can technically go to bed whenever you want to. Little pumpkin. Just our little guy. Okay. So I'm thinking it's gonna get a little weird. Right, but if I lay down too early, I'll wake up too early, which is cruel. I mean, but that means your body got enough sleep, you know? It's kind of how that works. kind of how that works. Okay. I'm thinking because technically with we're done with this project. When it comes to doing the vinyl this way anyway. Come on, close. Didn't want to close. My God. So here's our little pieces. And so when we do this, we're going to flip it on top of our other project. So this is one of those where we do the whip. Pop off this plasticky bit. Ooh, I left a big old cut in there. Yeah, I fucked that up. I need a new mat anyway. I shouldn't have cut on the this. The sticky. Come on. Now, a very important process of this is to get the most life out of your mat is to put the plastic bit on as soon as possible. So it doesn't collect as much dog hair as what is already on there. Again, not my fault. Not my dog. That's my dog. But she isn't shed. Okay. Now we got our, gotta grab our canvas bag. Here's our canvas bag. Move my bits. Okay. Probably should iron this out to make it not as wrinkly. Should. So let me plug that in really quick. If I could remember where I put it. So this is the Cricut heat press. We're gonna put it right next to our Cricut where it is now. Because we're technically done with it. Excuse me while I plug stuff in very awkwardly. Oh. Okay, so let this turn on. Figure out how long for the there's a way that it has there's a heat setting Cricut heat press guide. Yep. Heating time and temperature for every material. So we have the Cricut Easy Press 2, I believe. Oh, goodness, Puppo. And we have just iron on, I think. Everyday iron on, sure, I don't know. And it's canvas, I think. Do you have a tag? Of course not. Why would you? I think this bag actually came with the Cricut stuff. Ooh, that smells funny. tote bag. It is a base material, I think. I do have the Cricut pressing mat. Okay, so 315. $3.15 for 30 seconds. We can do that. And then we have to, I have my Cricut press mat. I do have some form of method to my madness. It's our heat mat. Helps protect, you know, the surface and our material. She is ready. So I'm just gonna heat our material really quick. And so it like lays flat a little bit. This is very hot, by the way. 315 degrees. Okay. So now our surface is more correct. And I'm gonna do the thing again where I move you guys over there. So bear with me. Wee! Oh god. So this is our little work surface. So you can see it's where we want to put our design is a little less like, it's a little wrinkly, but it's not the same kind of wrinkly. So this is our space. And so we want to layer our little guy on top of all of its bits, which is the problem that I realized I just created for myself. Because I was doing it in the way that I would do it a normal project, not a press-on project. God, there's so much hair in this. It's gonna be baked in there for all of time. So in order to make this work, because these do flip, of course, there's like a lot of the plastic, and I don't know if don't think it'll work the same way. I might just have to wing it, because I don't think it's gonna let me do it with the with how we have it. So it's not gonna be as even as we would like it to be, but that's just gonna have to be how it's gonna have to be, or else I'm gonna have like squares on there. And that's a problem. Yeah, I completely forgot about the fact that I would have to like layer it on top of each other and then iron it. And I'll have to do each piece on its own. Unfortunately, I can't do it all at once. This is me thinking, but can I? I can't. So we're actually going to get rid of the squares. Which is fine. It's fine. It's still a good practice to be in for when I do my standard projects. To do the squares to line things up. We'll just get rid of that. Ah, it stuck to me. So we're just going to be very careful. So I'm going to put my little guy on here. I'm kind of eyeballing the straightness. So. We have to do some solid pressure for 30 seconds. So we have to do this at least twice, just because of, I think it's like slightly bigger. Actually, it's right under there. Just gotta press it. Oh, it smells something fierce. So now if we did it correctly, when I peel off this plastic bit, the black part will stay put. Okay, we're going to have to run it again. How'd the top turn out, actually? Yeah, we're going to have to do it again. Don't think I pressed hard enough. Yeah. My full weight. There we go. Oh, no. It took in some spots. That's very odd. Probably put in the wrong material. Okay. So while that is figuring its shit out, fix the pumpkin and the vine really quick. I'm just getting rid of those squares that I put in there. Just takes a couple seconds. And so this cutting mat is actually meant for, cutting. So me putting like gouges in it doesn't even like phase it. Self-healing, it proclaims. What that fully means, I don't know. But means something. Hit it again! I know the angles aren't great. I'm sorry. That's why it's a little test stream. Man, it does not want to stick. I don't know what this material is. I must have put it in wrong. Like some bits did really well. Maybe it's a pressure thing. Maybe I wasn't putting enough pressure in every spot. It's on there, but it's not happy about it. Like he got a little jacked up in a couple spots, but I'm running out of time, so I gotta quickly do this. So I'm putting on the vine right now. I don't think I can do the pumpkin at the same time. No, it's way too far down there. I'm putting some of this paper down on the spots that are a little wiggly. I don't want them to melt like in the wrong spot. First, giving them a little extra protection. I just don't think they got the same amount of pressure as every place else. And I'm shouting because I don't know if you can hear me from all the way over here. I'm so far away. Yeah, it must have been a pressure issue because that one went on just fine. So now we got our pumpkin. That paper's really hot. Pumpkin going on. Now the pumpkin's gonna need another go. I don't know why the vine went on just fine first try. I don't know how that works. Ouch. Also might be the material that I'm using. They're really like random cheap stuff. To be fair. This is making my office very warm. I don't have nails anymore. I cut them all off today. I don't know what's happening with some of them. She refuses to let go of the plastic. Where's my tweezer? Those are scissors. I don't know where my tweezers are. Oh well. Okay, I think this definitely is a case of like bad material. Which is what I get for using cheap material. I get it. But I had to force it off of the plastic. And I'm still, putting under the heat, so hopefully it'll adhere to the bag instead of the paper that I'm using. We'll see. Yeah, that's so weird. As soon as I forced it off of the plastic, it stuck. It stuck without like a fight. That is so bizarre. So I think I'm gonna hit a couple like chunks again, but I mean it's not too bad. It's not really bad at all. But here's our little bag. Looking for ghoulies. I can't figure out how the camera works. There it is. Cute. Little ghosty. Doop, doop, doop. So he's very cute. He turned out pretty good, despite some like minor issues. Nothing too serious. But I'll hit him a couple times off camera. You guys don't have to sit around and wait for that. But yeah, so we did it. We technically did it. Hello again. Hi, I'm actually back on camera. So I'm just got some little bits to clean up. So that was our little bonus crafting stream. I hope it was at least a little entertaining. Ah! We all learned something new here today. What? I don't know, but I feel like we did. So yeah, so that is how you roughly use your Cricut and use to be able to like draw your designs and put them on Cricut. The process itself isn't technically that difficult. I'm just inexperienced, so it takes a little longer, which is totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all part of the learning process. But yeah, so we went from our little drawing of our ghosty, our little drawing. Well, actually we went from our drawing to our multi-layer drawing. There he is. There's our original. Into our beautiful Cricut space. Onto our bag. So I'm not mad about it. You know, it turned out pretty good. It turned out about how I expected it. So yeah, pretty cool. I kind of like the setup with the double camera thing going on. But it's pretty neat. Oops, wrong button. Ugh, now I'm burping all over the place. So yeah, so that was our bonus stream. So unfortunately, I don't know what our streaming schedule is going to look like for the rest of the week because I had some family stuff come up and that's going to take me out of town for a little while and I don't know how long that's going to be or what that's going to look like. Either way, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I'll be definitely out of town in a different state. So I do apologize in advance for that. And then Thursday, I was already scheduled to be off. So that's not going to be affected. Iffy on if I'll be back, you know, Sunday morning. I don't actually know. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that and see how all that goes. But I will keep my calendar updated as best as I can on what everything is going on. Either way, you will not see me tomorrow like we were planning on it. So we're going to have to reschedule our gaming stream to next week sometime. And I mean, fingers crossed I'm back home soon, but I really don't know with everything going on. Either way, we got a cute little bag out of today. I am going to hit him again later, but we got our cute little bag, our little ghosty. So what are you going to do? And I would love to do another crafting stream where we do make something else on the Cricut. I think that was a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I like drawing every once in a while. It's a good time. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and try and get some sleep because I got to wake up super early in the morning tomorrow. Yeah. Yelling at me because, yeah, thank you for the love. I'm going to need a lot of that here soon. But I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their night and a wonderful rest of their week because I probably won't see you guys. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and thanks for crafting with me. I hope everyone has a lovely night. Bye-bye.